Did I not make myself abundantly clear, Captain? You're not getting access to the archives. Excuse me? I have no idea what you're talking about. No. If the Council found out, I'd lose my position. I'd be exiled. Look, I believe we may have gotten off on the wrong foot. The issue at hand is one of trust, no? So perhaps if I can trust you to keep this little secret between us. You're joking, right? Okay. But please, pretty please, don't tell my superiors I was thinking about double-crossing them. It was just talk, nothing more. And I know you, my dear, dear friend, wouldn't let anything like that get in the way of the two of us, and our factions, working together. In fact, I think there's an opportunity here. Keep both our factions happy and ensure an air of legitimacy to the whole proceeding. I can only let you get the information on the Terramorphs. Anything else and people will get suspicious. And all research will need to be monitored. Freestar scientific observers making sure everything's being used for the right purposes. But those two items should be enough to allay any suspicions. What on earth are you... Ah, yes. How could I forget? Here, the fee. Now let's go get your code piece so you can be on your way.
Sidonia is an until later.
Here you go. I hope that'll be enough to maintain your discretion.
You're carrying too many odds and ends.
Am I? Good. I appreciate you being flexible. Don't worry, you're gonna be discreet with that information, I hope.
Exactly. It's like when someone insults you, you want to just beat the shit out of them sometimes, but you don't.
It's a shame House Varun abandoned their embassy. I bet we could have learned a lot from one another. what I expected at all. It appears the flora they were using as decor has overgrown the entire embassy. I've never seen a tree like this before in my entire life. Branches weren't blocking my way. I don't stock up on junk.
Bring it on. Give me your best shot. They're here! Right here! I don't even need a gun. You got nothing.
Didn't work for sweat. find anything useful?
Give it your best shot. You're done. Nothing!
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss. Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge, and then silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly? Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door, hmm? And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly. Ah. So the UC requires information, then. The preservation of life stands as the very... But, if I am to grant you access, I have... For years, House Varun has... In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. And the knowledge you ask for is...
We'll do everything we can to make certain that happens.
Well, then I shall not fear. Please, follow me. Let's hope it still works. There. Let it be used for good.
Why are you bothering to carry all that junk? I will not have House Varun be known only for slaughter. Wonder where this will all lead.
Hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow. Submit your application now at the nearest kiosk.
Some kind of an acrobat.
Hey, Radcliffe's requests are so over the top. Is she just toying with us? He said what? Ugh, that's gonna set back negotiations.
Captain, I just received a couple messages from an operative in the embassy office. Did you actually succeed? With Radcliffe? And Balmore? Was he alive? Did they both actually agree? That's incredible. I wasn't sure Radcliffe would ever get on board. I'm very much looking forward to getting the debrief on how precisely you managed to pull all this off, but that'll have to wait for another time. Regardless, superlative work, Captain. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, all right? They'll walk you through everything, step by step.
Yes? What?
Been a long time since I've been. I'll only carry the good stuff. Want to see what I'm... Goodbye. Sidonia is an industrial. Feel free to drop some stuff into my bag. Bye-bye.
Both sides decided they can't bring the colony.
Captain, we've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules. Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin.
All that junk you're hauling is seriously slowing you down.
You don't need to worry.
There you are. Captain. Surprised to find out we're having visitors as we work.
Major Sinan and I were just discussing the merits of your planned interfactional cooperation. I think it's a great idea. Get them invested in the solution. Make it clear we've got nothing to hide.
I'm sure they'll be lovely house guests.
Now, Captain, if you wouldn't mind transferring the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing next steps.
Time for us to start getting some real answers. And figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready. Time for us to start getting some. So whenever you're ready. Yes. It will be. Percival and I have done our damage. This is us starting to put some things right.
Plus, you don't need her word. We'll be setting up oversight alongside the collective.
Acknowledged and accepted, I guess. Thanks. Time for us to start getting some. So whenever you're ready. Yes. Percival and I.
Plus, you don't need her word. We'll be setting up oversight along.
Acknowledged and accepted, Captain. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found, should even be able to house its own cadre of independent observers. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
The number of lives this might save. This? I didn't know if this was ever going to happen. Well done, Captain. This is headed straight to Mars. Join us there once you're done. Percival's already getting the Devil's HQ online so we can hit the ground running. The number of lives this might save. Percival's already getting the Devil's HQ online so we can hit the ground running. This is headed straight to Mars. Join us there once you're done. This? I didn't know if this was ever going to happen. Well done, Captain.
Howdy.
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies? Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen? Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation.
We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property.
Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position.
Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terramorphs. And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name.
So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms? Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.